Welcome and welcome back. You're watching Kia's Luxe Life. I'm LaNisha Kia. On today, we are talking about my new pickup from Polene. So, if you don't know, your girl got to go down to New York City in Soho for her birthday. I just turned 29. I did get to stop by Polene. If you have not seen that vlog from last week, definitely make sure, I will link it below. Definitely make sure you check out that vlog to see all the goodies, everything I did get to see. I tried on a bunch of stuff and I'm super glad and grateful I got to. Super glad and grateful I got to go on and try on a bunch of handbags, try on a bunch of accessories, and kind of see everything in person. I know there's like online, and previously they had stores overseas, not necessarily here in the United States. So it was definitely really good to be able to see those items and get some of those size comparisons. On my frame for reference, I am 5'2", so you will be seeing the items that I picked up today. So let's start. All right, so this is the first item that I picked up. It comes in this gorgeous box. And again, the store is absolutely beautiful. And they had a decent selection, but they definitely some things that they did not have. So the first one would be this card holder. So I actually wanted the card holder in black. So I ended up getting this camel color in the textured green. Sure if it's showing, there we go. In the textured green, it just says Polene on the front. You have a slit pocket on the front here. On the back, here's just the leather contrast stitching, very nice. Again, textured green as well. Slit pocket on the back, very nice. And then there is also pocket in the center as well. So you have pocket here, pocket in the center, and pocket on the back. So definitely a cool piece. I want to say this was about $80 or so. All right, so I got the receipt here, and yes, so the card holder is $80, and it is in the color camel. So they call it card holder camel in the textured leather. So that is again that pebble green type textured leather, which I think is a super good deal, especially comparative to other fashion houses that are far more expensive. Again, and this is an all leather piece from Polene. So they definitely did have, and you'll see in the vlog as well when you check it out, that they did have like smooth leather. I saw several smooth leather like card holders, and then some handbags as well. And I did see the scratches. I did see the scratches all over the bag. So with that being said, it is what you make it. You know, of course, if you take care of your bags, maybe you're not gonna have that kind of issue. But again, something like an SLG, I saw they also had like a mock croc kind of situation. The mock croc for the card holder was very stiff. So that was the only reason I decided to go with the texture grain instead of the like mock croc, because I felt I would have a difficult time getting the cards in and out of the card holder. So the second item that I picked up here, also same kind of box, it's almost like pearlescent, if you will. And that item is a belt. So this is in the color white. I'm pretty sure it's white, not wrong. Let's see what they call it. Actually, they call it cray, C-R-A-I-E, almost like the Hermes color, cray or nata, C-R-A-I-E green. Let me see if I can focus. There we go. So they actually call it cray, which definitely is easy to remember. I do have something in cray in a handbag, so that's kind of cool. So here is what it looks like. They have it in two different sizes. They have 115 cm and then they have 130. This one here is the one like wraparound. They did have a thinner belt that was a double wraparound in like a thinner size band, and I was kind of surprised that they didn't have a thinner size band, just the one wraparound, because that's kind of what I wanted, and they only had the double wraparound, so it was a lot of slack and it wasn't something that I was really looking for. But again, I got the 115. I did try on the camel. I do also have that in the vlog as well, in the camel color. I wanted to get the camel as well, but in the camel situation they only had the 130. So I had tried it on. You'll even see it's like over my jacket as well, and it was just way too big. It was just way too big. So I ended up picking up this one, which I'm excited because it was also out of stock online, also something that I did want. And again, this one is full calf skin as well. So again, here, specs, let you know that it is full calfskin. Hardware is gold. So you see the gold hardware here. Right on the buckle there, it does also say Polene. Super, super cute. And then here, when you see the buckle, it actually has like this open kind of side there, if you can see that. So it's a little different, but the leather is super, super flexible, super, super soft, super, super easy. And it does come with, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Comes with 7 holes on the belt, which in my opinion is plenty. Again, this is Polene, made in Spain. And that should just say that in there. Made in Spain there. In the leather, super, super cute. And I'm just gonna do it like midway, just so you can kind of see and get the gist of it, if you will. It also has like these 2-piece straps, see here, which I really, really like, because I've gotten a couple belts actually. I know I got one from Coach and I got one from a different fashion house as well. And they only had just the one like loop to put it through. They didn't have a different like loop or holder. And I've got a lot of slack on that belt on the side, so it's kind of annoying. So I'm either gonna have to like get one of these situations for it, or I will have to add like either like a rubber band or like a hair tie or something until I can like find the stupid piece, because it's the silliest thing, but it's like it should come with it. I think all belts should come with the additional piece. But here we'll just do it in mid for reference. It comes through here like that, and then we're gonna pull it through, get it right here. Just gonna push in, and then we have these pieces here where it can finesse and just kind of feed through. So here, I don't have, this is the smaller size belt, so I don't have like slack on this belt like I did when you see in the vlog for like the 130 cm. But even here, just to be able to like pull that additional piece to the side here so it goes and it'll fit nicely on jeans, belts, other stuff like that, I think is super, super cool, especially for a full leather piece. Again, this is going to be great for summer. I'm super, super excited to be able to utilize that and to be able to have this new piece in my collection. So that is the belt. That is the belt. Super, super cute. And again, comes with 7 holes, which is probably more than what anyone would need, which is super, super great, because the last, I think 1 or 2 belts, I had to add additional holes in there. So So we are going to wrap her, and then I am going to show you guys the last piece that I got on the Soho trip. All right. So this is the last piece, and as you see, it is the numero un, and this is in the nano size. So let me show you guys the color. And again, it does come with the promotional pamphlet stuff as well. I want to show you also, my client advisor did also give me, she was super, super dope, gave me the booklet. Again, that right there is the information there, Polene, and it does have the, if it'll focus, the address there. So that is the address in New York. So if you're interested, again, definitely, it just gives you some more information here on the brand, which I think is super, super cool. Super, super cute, super, super cool packaging, very, very sleek. Again, has their tissue paper in there with their logo on there. Polene comes in a beautiful dust bag here. So this is her. Again, beautiful dust bag. And guys, this dust bag is a hefty dust bag, y'all. This is not a chintzy. This is thicker than the LV dust bag. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. This is far thicker than the LV dust bag. This is the numero un. In the color, it should be red garnet. And she is absolutely stunning. This is the numero un nano in the color garnet. It is like this red, almost red garnet kind of color. She does have 4 beautiful feet. Each of the feet do say Polene on the feet. Again, full leather. Comes with the strap. Strap is adjustable. And it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes on each side of the strap. They are adjustable. You can remove them, but these grommets and how they have them on there are like on there, like they're on there. So I unless you plan on just carrying a top handle, the only thing is you can't really do like a crook of the arm kind of thing. Yeah, so you can't really do a crook of the arm kind of thing if you have like a really like small wrist maybe, but that just doesn't seem reasonable to me. This is really a top handle bag, a top handle flex if that's what you're into, or a crossbody kind of situation. On the grommets back here, you will see Polene. This Polene here, it's actually on both sides. There we go. And it's on both sides as well of the grommet. Here in the back, we do have a pocket. And again, this pocket is about the size of like a credit card. So you can definitely put, you know, some cards back there. And it's a tight pocket too, and that's gonna be like right against the body. And that's gonna be like right against the body too. So I would definitely say that it feels and seems like it would be very secure. So again, on the front here, it says Polene, opens it up, and it smells so good because it's so fresh. Because it's been in the box since I've gotten it. I have not touched it. I've not done anything with it because I said I wanted to do the unboxing first before I got to wear her and everything. So it opens up here. We have the buttons here. And then she looks like that on the inside. So you got some stuff in here. Take the stuffing out. And it is like a canvas or like a textured line here. Again, you see the pocket here. It is the tag. And that is what she looks like. So again, sewn here. Back here is not a pocket, it's no space or anything. Back here is just tight. Now, interestingly enough, this was the, I want to say second bag that she had brought out, because this bag has been sold out on the Polene website. I'm looking at it again now. It is still sold out 4 months. I've been stalking the website. I've been stalking the site, and I was like, I'm not going to get the bag. And once I had seen, and I actually had seen another YouTube video that had mentioned, oh, they're going to open up a store in Soho in New York. And I was like, what? Say again? So I was super excited. So in the essay brought out the first one, I actually noticed. So basically what happened was, after going through the store, you'll see all of that in the vlog. I went through, tried on different bags, size comparisons, everything, so on and so forth. And I was like, yep, these are the products that I'm interested in. This is what I want to pick up today. So she's like, all right, bet. So she goes in the bag, finds everything, then brings out everything and like unboxes it, everything's fresh, new unboxed, just like how it is here. And the first red one she had brought out, I could actually feel like where the folds come in here on the corner, almost like, it was almost like it was pinched, like the corner, almost like if you get your nails done and instead of like a square round, it's a square, and you're like scratching yourself or you're scratching your hand or whatever. That's what it was almost like on the corners. I was like, why is this not like finished? I don't like this. Whereas here you'll see it's like super smooth and finished. It wasn't like that. I don't know what the deal was. And then there were also a couple like white spots on the bag. And I was like, no. So I was like, please tell me you have another one. So she was like, yeah, no, let me check. So she brought out another one, and it was this one here, and it came out and it was gorgeous. So I was like, I am super excited about that. So let's grab some items. Let's see what she fits. I am filming on an iPhone 14 Pro Max. That is my everyday phone. For the purposes of this video, I will be throwing in an iPhone 12 and just some of my regular other everyday items. Let's get it. All right, so it's gonna be a conservative fill, if you will. Open her up. All right, so you got the phone. Again, this is the 12. Goes right in there. A lot of space left. Let's see if we're gonna turn her this way. Let's turn her this way. Then I've got a 3-ounce lotion. It's gonna go in. I've got a 2-ounce hand sanitizer. We've got a small pack of tissues. This isn't full, it's probably about half full. Throw that in. I've got a Carmex Slippy, easy. I've got my card holder here. I'm gonna throw that in. And again, I've still got a good amount of space here. Okay, okay. I've got a mask. I've got a lip liner, because I'm gonna have a lipstick in here too. Okay, I've got Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. It's gonna go in here. I've got a half wallet, so it's got some more cards in here, some coin, some Miu Miu. It's gonna go in here as well. And yo, that's. I've still got some more space here at the top. You see, I've got space here at the top, so I could definitely like add another like half 6 key. And with the front here, you could definitely decide that if you just want to kind of like close it. If you want to button it first. Now, if I were to button it, I wouldn't add anything else. So let's sit her down. Let's move it in. There we go. So if I were to button it, I wouldn't be able to fit anything else in here. This would be like full to capacity. But if I were to leave it kind of a little open, if you will, and let's see what that looks like. So let's say if we leave it open, the button, like the buttons here in this section, and then let's see if we can fill it. And it may be full. Let's see. Button. Well, what I will say is it is easier to kind of close if you button it though. Let's see. And y'all, she's stuffed to capacity. She's stuffed. Like she's full. She's cute, but she's full. Like I just got it and just like, yeah. And again, it's new, fresh out, fresh out of the box. So you gotta work the leather a little bit to get her, to get her moving. All right. Boom. Ah, look at how cute she is. And you know what I like the most about this? And again, you have the adjustments here on the strap, but see how the handle is? Although you can't put the handle like the crook of the arm, like this is like where the bosom stops, and then there's a ton of space. There's a ton of space here. And I've actually tried on several items where crossbody, the handle, whether it's there, it's like a fixed piece and it's like jabbing you in it. It's so uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable. So it's the craziest thing. So I think this right here is a super cute length. Again, throw it across the back as well. I think it's super cute. Wear a top handle. I think it works. You're at the checkout. Bam. I can get my cards right here. Boom. Flip it back over. And again, that's probably the only piece that'll get an adjustment, probably just because of how I stuffed it. Maybe if I change the top and then sit them like top down, like standing up instead of laying like this, that'll probably make the difference on that. But to be honest, I will probably utilize this back pocket for like debit card, ID, stuff like that, that I'll reach for frequently. I'll get that, put it down in the back pocket here. Boom, tap to pay, out the door, So I'll probably be more inclined to do something like that before I kind of do this, do that whole thing, yada. So that is that piece. Super excited to have her in my collection. Super blessed to have been able to go down to Soho this year and to be able to see some new stuff. Because I think just for a while, it just seems like a lot of the brands had like the same or a similar kind of thing. And like we weren't able to really get some new stuff or really able to get something that people are really interested in. And I think specifically with Polene, having the leathers, having the new products, being able to get something of this quality for a reasonable price is like stellar. Now price, going back to price. All right. So I got the 380 was the price for this beauty. I know they have had some price increases as well, but I think for this to be a full leather bag, I think it is a steal of a price for it. On the full leather bag kind of situation, of course, if we know what other fashion houses, LVMH, you know, Chanel, Hermes, you know, Dior, Gucci, what have you, to get a full leather piece is you're looking at about the threes now. That's what it is. Even the other pieces that I have in my collection that have also had other price increases as well. If they weren't three when I got it, they're three now. They're three something now. So if you're not interested in paying that price point, but you want a nice quality product, they definitely have. Polene definitely has something for you. They have other sizes, other colors. I also tried this out in the original size, the full size. You could put a tablet in there, all kind of stuff. It was way too big. I felt it was way too big, way too bulky on my frame. However, if you're someone who's like really, if you're someone who's taller, or if you're someone who needs to carry a smaller laptop or a tablet or something like that, or if you're planning on traveling with it, I think it's a great piece. I also have a friend that I went to school with. I actually seen her IG stories one day. She had posted a picture and she was wearing it. And this is kind of like in the earlier stages when I had found out recently about Polene and the brand and what have you. And at the time, I think they only had like 7 or 8 bags. Now they have several more bags. I've even seen the Tonka, which is a wicker bag. They've got some linen kind of material handbags. So they're definitely expanding their line. And I think it's cool that they're kind of catering more to people who want like the nano size and the mini size handbag, tiny bag energy, which a lot of people like. Definitely on trend. So I think it's cool because we see their innovation as well, and we see how they're able to expand to have card holders and accessories and now bag charms. And also speaking about accessories, so when I was in Soho, first thing when you go in and you see the vlog, you're going to see this big machine. And I actually asked the advisor at the end, I was like, wait a minute, what is this machine for? Because I completely forgot to ask. I came in, I was super excited to be at the store, super excited to be able to see the products and the colors, because sometimes how you see it online isn't necessarily how you see it. Like when you see it in store, you're like, oh. And there were definitely a few pieces I was kind of like, had I ordered that online, I don't think I would have been thrilled to have received it, or kind of wouldn't have been what I completely thought it was when I seen it in person. Same thing, there were also a couple colors. Let me see. They had this color, they had this handbag actually in a blue, and they call it Midnight Blue. I see it's actually on pre-order now. Pre-order to ship first. I'm looking at same price, $380. Absolutely stunning. They had it in the window of this. I was like, oh, I'm like, LaNisha, no, if you're gonna try it, only try one. It's absolutely gorgeous. They also had this situation here in the what they call green textured leather, and I'll definitely try to insert a clip. Again, another piece that I think is absolutely gorgeous, as well as the green leather in the numero set, I believe it is, mini, which I think was super cute. And that bag does fit a full-size phone, so definitely check out that vlog on there to be able to see what fits a phone, what doesn't, because definitely again I have the iPhone 14 Pro Max. That's what I'm filming on today, and I know a lot of folks do have that phone as well. So being able to fit a phone is a big deal. I don't like to carry my phone, to be honest with you. If it wasn't for like emails and other communication, I probably wouldn't carry a phone at this point. That's a story for another day. But for a lot of folks, that's a big deal, whether the bag can carry a phone or not, or whether they even want to pursue to get it. So definitely, this will fit an iPhone 14 Pro Max as well. You saw all the items that I have in here. Definitely a great buy. Again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you thought of today's video. Do you have anything from Polene? Do you have the numero un? Do you have either the numero 9 or any of the other bags that you're interested in picking up? Have you tried anything in the linen or the wicker? If so, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you'd recommend. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.